What's going on, guys? So today we have a 2012 CTS-V. This car, when it first came out, was probably I would say one of the fastest production cars when it was coming out for under 100K. This car was along the lines of the BMW M5 and the Maserati Gran Turismo. This car was 70K, almost fully loaded. The Gran Turismo and the M5 was 70 plus or 100 plus for the M5 and then like 140 plus for the Maserati Gran Turismo. So that's kind of a pretty price tag for what you're getting. So this car came with a 6.2 liter supercharged V8. It made 556 horsepower, 551 foot-pounds of torque, something like that, and that's crank, so that is not wheel horsepower. This car probably makes around 480, 475 wheel from the factory, and probably around 450 to 460 torque. In terms of looks, this car, I mean, just being in its stock form looks absolutely incredible. Like the lines is amazing, the wheels are great, even the brake setup right there looks, the big 6 pistons up front, the 4 pistons in the rear. This car sits on a 18-inch rim in the rear with 315 tires, pretty much street drag radials, wouldn't you say, Richie?
Street drag, yep.
Street drag. So this car is stock appearing, but by no means stock when it comes to what's done to it and the power it makes. So before I get into telling you guys what the power of this car actually is, go ahead and comment down below and try to take a guess. I'll tell you that it has no, I'm not even gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what it has once we get into the actual driving portion of it. So we're gonna go do like a little walk around and talk about the features and all the specs on this car and why he chose to get this car instead of his dream car, which is a Dodge Viper. So let's get into it.
All right, when you first walk up to the side profile of this car, you'll see the V emblem, you'll see this side profile, and you're like, okay, this car looks stock, it looks like a normal CTS. And then you come up and you see these huge 15-inch rotors and 6-piston brakes up front, 19-inch wheels sitting on 255 tires, and you work your way to the back and you see these 315 radials with a 4-piston caliper in the rear and a 14.7 rotor in the rear. It's just a flush setup. Like the body lines on this, like you could see the wide body on it. It looks freaking phenomenal for being a factory car. It almost looks like it's a factory wide body car. And in terms of the rear end, I do not like the way the coupes look. I absolutely love the sedans and I absolutely love the wagons, but the markup on those wagons are, what would you say, a 20-25% markup on those things? Those things are stupidly marked up. So this car only has around 50,000 miles on it and has absolutely zero problems. I think this car gets 14 city, 19 highway, and it does it pretty menacingly. When you're driving this thing, all you want to do is mat this pedal to the floor and do nothing other than that. But the weird thing about this car is that when you are driving the car, when you're flooring it, when you're on the pedal, you feel like you're going 20 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour slower than you actually are. So let's say you mat it and you're going, you're rolling, you're pulling pretty hard. Next thing you know, you're doing like 110, 130, 140, and it only feels like you're doing 100 because this car feels so planted on the ground. And it does have the electric, or not electric, it has the magnetic dampening shocks. Yep. Yeah, it does. So that's also another badass feature. And you come to the front, look at these headlights. It has the little LED projectors, and then look at these sequential like LED squares. These things look so sweet when they're lit up. And then this huge menacing grille. You can see the big heat exchanger up front. This whole setup just looks absolutely phenomenal. So let's jump onto the inside of the hood, underneath the hood, and take a look at it. All right, let's take a step into this beautiful CTS-V. As you can see, it's got the Recaro seats. They're bad freaking ass. They're in really good condition. You have your controls on the side, really nice leather. Door panels with a little bit of wood trim and then another little bit of leather out top. Actually, I take that back. That is not leather. That is definitely like a suede cloth. That's really nice, actually. So, take a seat in here. You go to turn this little like kind of key knob, but kind of not key knob. Everything lights up. This display is supposed to pop up, I believe. So, pretty nice interior in terms of Cadillac quality. The thing looks fantastic. You have all your heated seat controls right here. You have air conditioned seat, you have a heated seat, you have your nav and all that stuff, so this thing will pop up, which I've always thought was kind of neat. You got the Cadillac emblem, and Cadillac always does this. So did Chrysler. They always have a little illuminated clock in here, which I've always thought looked pretty nice. So you have that. Let's see if this thing will turn on. You have your, oh, this is another cool feature. So you have your little adjustable suspension thing. So you can set it from like super, super tight, loose riding, or like a sport comfort mode, like in between. And you have your night display dimming. And here is your dash. So it does have, you can shift it into drive, and then you have a manual mode when you shift it over like that. And you can manually select your gears, which is also really neat. But I also love, I don't know if I can show you guys this. Let's take a look at this. Let's just get rid of the screen. It's got a huge dual panoramic sunroof, which I think is absolutely amazing, which would suck in a hailstorm in case one of these things cracked. And in the back, it's no joke. Like, there is plenty of leg room in the back of this car. As you can see, it's not too tight. There's plenty of room. It's nice leather on the inside, nice leather Alcantara seats. I love the bottom of the steering wheel. It's Alcantara as well. Just all around, this car just speaks luxury, speaks, I mean, it's perfect. And the stereo system on it, I'm pretty sure, what is it? Is it Bose? It is a Bose. It's a Bose sound system too. So the interior of the CTS-V, I'm so used to driving C63s. I'm so used to driving my C63, so that's like what I compare this to. I have a 2010 C63 if you've seen my review on that. My reviews kind of suck right now. I'm starting to get better at them. Just bear with me, guys. I'm trying to bring as much cool content as I can to the channel. It's fun. I enjoy doing it. I'm gonna have a great time driving this car, talking about it. It's just an all-around good time. So anyways, like I said, this is the car. This is the interior. I'm gonna shut up now and we can go for a drive. So let's go do it. So you open up, you see it's meticulously maintained. So what is done to this car exactly? It has a stainless works 2-inch long tube headers, no cats, stainless works 3-inch X pipe, supercharger pulley, 100mm idler pulley, air raid 4-inch intake. It has the Weapon X CNC ported supercharger, as you can see up there. PTR stage 2 cam, which sounds absolutely wicked. ID 850cc injectors, Vader Destroyer heat exchanger, the ZL1 lid, which is what this looks like right here. And then you have the Circle D converter, Weapon X carbon front splitter, which looks fantastic on the front of this car. In my opinion, could be a little lower, but it's on a static life right now, factory ride height. And then it's tuned by S&M Motorsports, which, if you don't know them, they're a pretty reputable company, and they do a pretty solid job when it comes to all LS motors. So this car has a lot of extensive modifications done to it. It sounds beautiful. It idles amazing. And it takes off like a bat out of hell. The second this car has a load underneath it, you just do not want to be standing within like 200 feet because you're just going to blow your eardrums out. How much power does this car make?
Unknown.
Unknown? So I'm going to guess. What does it make? Wheel?
Unknown.
You got to tell me. It makes 650 wheel. 640, 650 wheel, doesn't it? It's on E85 or no?
No.
It's still on pump gas. Okay. So I know the car makes like between 640 and 650, and wow, does that detailer smell like absolute ass. Oh my gosh. But this car makes around 630, 635 wheel horsepower. So that's nothing to laugh at whatsoever. But that's underneath the hood. Let's get into the inside of the car and go check it out. All right, so we ended up having to postpone the whole review thing till the next day. We detailed the entire thing. It looks absolutely immaculate. And now, the moment you guys have all been waiting for, let's start this bad boy up. Come on. Oh my God, does that sound so good. Wait till it cools down a little bit so you can actually hear the cams and hear how amazing of a badass LS V8 idle this is. This thing looks so freaking clean right now. It's so subtle yet so freaking like menacing looking. I don't know. What do you guys like better? What do you guys honestly like better? Which car? C63 AMG or the CTS-V? Leave a comment down below which car you choose. All right, so we're gonna take this thing for a little morning test drive real quick. We're just gonna do a little quick drive around, see how the drivability is, shifting, the sound. Don't roll the windows down yet, right? Because it's
it's still wet.
all right. So this will be the first maiden voyage in the CTS-V that is fully detailed. You can really not hear anything in here. Like
No.
it's actually pretty well muffled.
Soundproofing is very well until you get to wide open throttle,
Even with the windows up?
even with the windows up.
Go this
No
way.
drone.
But it sounds so loud on the outside. Lovely Alcantara steering wheel. Yours is full Alcantara. Mine only has a tiny little bit. Shifts pretty smooth. I like how the gauges have these little dotted lines that follow you as they're going up.
Yeah.
That's not a first gen CTS-V behind me, right?
No, it's a CTS.
So this is a Gen 2. The Gen 1 only comes in manual. What motor's in those? The 6.0s?
6.0.
6.0s, and they're a 6-speed car too?
Yep.
Alright. Richie hates being on camera, just so you guys know. This guy is very, very camera shy. And this is going to be in the video, so you want to say anything about this car, Richie? Tell me some stuff about it. You're already in the video, so just might as well talk about it.
It's for sale.
It's for sale? That's all you're going to tell me? It's for sale? Okay, so how many miles are on it? 56,000?
59.
59, and what do you want for it?
36,000.
All right, that's a pretty fair deal, all things considering all the things that are done to this. All right, we're gonna take it onto a little service drive and see how this thing feels. We're gonna get Richie's facial expression. So like I said, this is a 6.2 liter supercharged V8 makes. Can you tell me how much wheel horsepower it makes now?
Over 550.
Oh my God, you're a dick. I told you guys it makes like 630. I'll see if I can't get the dyno sheet out of him later, but. So just leave traction control and everything on?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Quick little 0 to 60 test run. No brake torquing or anything like that. No loading up on the converter. Just gonna roll into it too. Well, that felt pretty good actually.
And it's still spun with traction control on.
All right, I'm gonna let you guys see what that looks like from the outside real quick. I'm gonna let Richie get in it and drive it, his own car. All right, that felt fucking good.
Zero to 60 pull, rolling.
Oh my gosh, did that not sound insane? Wow, that is so loud. I wonder if he really got on it or not. All right, back in the car, let's go.
No key detected.
Well, that sounded amazing, buddy.
You got my key too.
I got your key?
Yeah.
Did it say key was left the vehicle?
It said electronic key not detected, and
So-
it was getting very mad.
So what did you talk about while I was gone? What did I miss? What did I miss?
Doing the 0 to 60 pull.
Was that a 6? Was that 60?
Yeah.
Dude, you popped at the end of it too.
Oh, I let it out. I let it out when it was right before it was about to shift. Basically like a comfort.
Okay. And what miles per gallon do you
They
typically get in
call
this
it.
thing?
They call it the touring suspension.
What's your MPG?
Freeway between 16 and 17. City. Usually terrible because I can't keep off the skinny pedal.
I can't keep up the skinny. So what do you get to a tank? Like a $180, 200 miles?
Probably somewhere around 180 miles.
That's not too bad. And what is the sticker price on this car?
65,000.
That's fully loaded, or is that like a mid-grade?
Fully loaded.
Okay. So I stand corrected. I said 70K. I was a little off. So what is your favorite thing about this car, besides it being quick, besides it sounding amazing? Like, what are some other aspects of the car you really do enjoy of it?
The comfort of it going down the road, and everybody thinking it's a just normal old man Cadillac.
Because that's what it looks like, a stock appearing Cadillac CTS until you actually get in it. Even when you're sitting in here, it doesn't look anything out of this world. Like, it looks like a nice, comfy, luxurious interior. Everything's leather stitched. You have Alcantara, or this is suede door stitching. It's freaking nice. But if you guys don't know, real cars are right here. Okay, if you had to compare the two, my AMG or your CTS-V, what exhaust sounds better under a load? Or downshifting or whatever?
Downshifting, your car, hands down.
You think your car sounds better underneath a load?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to do a side-by-side comparison of the exhaust. I think we're gonna do that right now, actually. Yeah, we're gonna do that right now. Because what other?
All right, guys, hope you like this video. Big thank you to Richie, who's one of my closest buddies, for letting me take the car out and drive it a little bit. And I guess you guys will see us in the next review. This guy knows everything. If you have any question about almost any car, ask this guy, or ask me to ask him. I got you, no problem. His name is Richie. What's your Instagram thing? R. McCollum. I'll just put it in the link in the description. Don't worry about it. It'll be in the video. All right, peace, guys.